Hey everybody, here's the last final part of What If AF Goku Was Reborn, with all his powers and abilities. Where we last left off, it was the Buu Saga. Goku beat Buu using a Stardust Breaker, which destroyed the evil part of Buu and left behind the good one. A year later, Goku and Vegeta are currently fighting, and Goku is still in base form as well as Vegeta. But during the time they're fighting, Goma shows up on the lookout and get the Dragon Balls thanks to Neva. They get turned into kids. Basically everything that happened in Daima. I'm not going through in this one that much. So we're at the fight with Goma. Goku uses Super Saiyan 4 to beat Goma instantly. So, why does he need Super Saiyan 4 to beat this version of Goma? Well, I'm going to say this version of Goma is stronger than the original version by 50 times. 4 years later, Goku's currently training on King Kai's planet when King Kai senses an energy that terrifies him to the core. Goku can sense it when it gets closer because in his past life he fused with Shenron and has trace amounts of God Ki from that life still. A few minutes later, Beerus shows up on King Kai's planet to learn about the Super Saiyan God from Goku. But he senses that there's a slight trace of God Ki inside of Goku. So he challenges Goku to a fight. So Goku goes Super Saiyan 5 and fights him. In this version, Goku's Super Saiyan 5 would be the same amount of power as Battle of Gods Goku from original. They get into their positions and start fighting each other with extreme difficulty because Beerus has never fought a mortal this strong that has no God Ki whatsoever, even though Beerus can sense a slight amount of God Ki. I'm gonna say Beerus used 70% of his power to beat Goku. But Beerus senses something is happening inside of Goku, and he doesn't notice it until Goku shows back up and hits him in the face, sending him flying. It pisses off Beerus, but he sees something different about Goku's form. He sees is that Goku's form is now darker, the irises are black, and he's exuberating God Ki. Well, a slight amount of it, because in this version of events, you need God Ki to get Super Saiyan 5 full power. Before they can continue the fight, Whis stops them in order to save the universe, because if they continue fighting, the universe will be destroyed. Goku and Beerus go back to base form and apologize for almost destroying the universe, which Whis accepts. The fight is over, but Beerus is very interested in Goku, seeing him as his future rival. Goku remembers that Bulma's birthday is today, and he freaks. So they take Goku back to Earth real quick. So he meets his friends and his wife and children. But Chi-Chi yells at him for being late and asking him, who the heck are these two? Who explains that this is Beerus and Whis. Beerus is the god of destruction of this universe, and Whis is his attendant, which confuses Chi-Chi, but she never knew that there was a god of destruction. But she accepts it because there's a god of creation. Leaves after she learns this, and Vegeta takes her place, immediately getting scared because he recognizes Beerus and Whis. And he asks Goku, or Kakarot as he puts it, the heck are they here? He says to Goku. Goku explains to Vegeta that him and Beerus had a fight, and he almost won, but it was a tie because of them almost destroying the universe. After Vegeta hears that they almost destroyed the universe, he hits Goku over the head. But before Vegeta can scold Goku even more, Beerus interrupts the conversation and says, hello, Prince Vegeta, long time no see. And Beerus asks Vegeta something, are you as strong as that other Saiyan? Because I'm interested in another fight. Vegeta says to Beerus that he's a little bit weaker than Kakarot as he transforms into Super Saiyan. They fight for a little bit, Vegeta cycles through forms, and he loses to Beerus. A few days later, Goku and Vegeta are training on Earth when Whis shows back up and sees Goku and Vegeta training, both in Super Saiyan 5. So Whis stops their training and invites both of them to come train at Beerus' planet. So Whis takes them to Beerus' planet so they can train for a year and get God Ki. A year later, they're currently training in Super Saiyan God. They get the call from Bulma that Frieza is here on Earth. Goku says he's gonna fight Frieza first, using the new form they got, which pisses off Vegeta and makes him argue with Goku. But Goku goes into Super Saiyan God and fights Frieza. And Frieza just goes into golden form and fights Goku. Super Saiyan God. But Goku's on the back foot here, so he has to use Kaioken, which puts him above Frieza a little bit, but the stamina drain is not as bad as Frieza's golden form. But Frieza starts losing stamina. Goku transforms again, but this time into Super Saiyan 4, but with a tinge lighter color. Now, why would Goku go to Super Saiyan 4 against Frieza? It's because he focused more on Super Saiyan 4 and mixing it with God Ki. Goku charges up a powerful ×10 Kamehameha and obliterates Frieza, killing him. A year later, Champa shows up on Beerus's planet and challenges him to a food contest. But Beerus wins and they come up with the Universe 6 and 7 tournament. They get all of the contestants like Goku, Vegeta, basically all of them. But the first one up this time is not Goku, it is Gohan. He goes up against Batamo. And Gohan has a rough time with his ability until he thinks through it and knocks him out of the ring. Next, Gohan goes up against Frost, but gets knocked out by Frost's poison. The next fighter up against Frost is Piccolo. While they fight for a while, Jocko says something to the ref. Ref, look under Frost's palm. There's something you might disqualify him for. The referee looks on Frost's palm and finds the needle that has poison in it. So Frost gets disqualified and Vegeta takes Piccolo's place and knocks him out. And then Vegeta fights Vegeta, Kaba, and then Hit, and gets knocked out by Hit. You may be wondering why Vegeta got beat by Hit in this timeline. Well, Hit's actually stronger in this timeline by 80 times. That's why he got beat. So Goku takes Vegeta's place, and he cycles through his Super Saiyan forms, going through Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 4, and when he gets to Super Saiyan 4, it's enough to deal with Hit and put up a good fight against him. The fight is even until Hit starts adapting, but Goku uses short bursts of Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker to beat Hit. Now we're on to the Future Saga. We cut to Trunks running away from a shadowy figure. And he makes it to his time machine and goes back in time. His time machine lands at Calpsicorp and Trunks explains everything that happened in his timeline. Goku Black shows up because he followed Trunks using the time ring. And Goku fights him for a bit until Goku Black gets pulled back into the future. Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks go to the future timeline and they fight Goku Black until Zamasu shows up and intervenes in the fight. Goku Black goes into Super Saiyan Rose. So after Goku Black transforms, Goku goes into Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. And while Goku fights Goku Black, Vegeta and Trunks are fighting the immortal Zamasu. And Vegeta is using Super Saiyan Blue as well as Trunks is using Super Saiyan in their fight with Zamasu. You may be wondering why does Goku need Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker and why Vegeta needs Super Saiyan Blue. Like I've been doing, most of the people have been amped, because it would be a boring story if they didn't actually go through fights. Now we're back with the fight between Goku and Goku Black. Goku is currently the one that is landing the most hits because his form is a bit stronger than Super Saiyan Rose, but it is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue. Goku Black actually lands a good hit on Goku, which weakens him. Zamasu shows up out of nowhere and kicks Goku back, and Vegeta shows up and helps Goku fight them. Goku Black and Zamasu are losing, so they resort to using the Potara fusion. So now they're fused Zamasu, and Goku and Vegeta use the fusion dance to fuse into Gogeta, while Trunks distracts him. So Gogeta fights him for a while in base form, until he actually has to use a transformation. So he transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker and fights Fused Zamasu. Every attack he lands on Fused Zamasu gets healed. So he uses the attack Goku copied from Beerus, which is the Hakai, on Zamasu, which erases Zamasu for good. Trunks thanks them for helping him save his timeline, so he takes them back to the past now. Now we're on to the Universe Survival Saga. I'm gonna go through the first half of the tournament really quickly because, in my opinion, the first half was just, extremely boring. So they get to the tournament, they knock out a few universes like 9 and 10. Piccolo is currently fighting that small person, and he uses his key sensing technique to beat him and locate him. We switch over to Gohan's point of view. He's currently fighting Kale and Caulifla, and he's easily dog-walking them until they fuse into Kefla. And he's having a harder time because her power level is a bit bigger. But Kefla transforms into legendary Super Saiyan, and Gohan goes into Mystic, or Ultimate, and beats her, knocking her out of the ring. After this, basically everything happens as normal until we get to the Topo fight against Vegeta, the Jiren fight, and the Dispo fight. So, Goku is currently fighting Jiren, and he's on the verge of a new form, but he needs a little bit more time to... He charges up the Spirit Bomb and throws it at Jiren, but as soon as he throws it, he falls in and unlocks a new form, and it's not Ultra Instinct. This is Goku's new form, called Dragon God. It's a form he's been working on by combining the energy he got from Shenron, as well as with God Ki and Super Saiyan 4. The fight goes the same as Mastered Ultra Instinct versus Jiren. Goku wins and throws him out of the ring. Then he goes off to knock more people out. Now we are at the fight between Topo and Vegeta. Vegeta is currently using Super Saiyan Blue to fight Topo, and the fight is even until Topo goes into his God of Destruction form, which makes Vegeta angry that Topo gave up his pride, which makes him transform into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. And the fight is even now between Topo and Vegeta until Vegeta uses a certain technique he has been practicing, which is the Hakai. He remembers using it when Goku and him were Gogeta, and he's using it in order to cancel out Topo's Hakais, and he doesn't stop until he wins. With Jiren and Topo out of the way, there's nobody that can really stand a chance up against Universe 7 besides nobody. So Universe 7 wins the Tournament of Power. We cut a few months into the future where we see someone in space. And that person is not Frieza, it's his brother Cooler, looking for somebody to help him get revenge on the Saiyans that destroyed his family's reputation. So Cooler finds Planet Vampa, and he recruits Broly and Paragus to help him in his goal of killing Goku and Vegeta to get revenge. So they go to Earth in order to fight Goku and Vegeta. Broly rushes at Vegeta in order to get revenge for what he did, or should I say, what his father did. They fight for a while, and Vegeta goes into Super Saiyan Blue, and Goku helps him by staying in base, as well as fighting him. Broly gets super angry, where he goes in and out of his Super Saiyan form, until he actually sees his father dead because of Cooler, and he does not know that. Vegeta was knocked out by Broly, so Goku goes into his new form and fights Broly for a while, until Broly gets adapted to his fighting style. The fight goes on for a while until Broly goes into his full power Super Saiyan form and fights Goku to a standstill. It's a tie, and Goku is actually having a great fight with Broly. Goku is having the time of his life fighting Broly, and he wonders, is that other guy strong, or even stronger than this one, as he thinks he beats Broly and knocks him out, and goes to fight Cooler. Goku starts fighting Cooler, and he sees that he's a little bit stronger than Goku. The reason why Cooler is stronger than Goku is because in this event of the timeline, Cooler has trained ever since he learned Frieza was defeated by a monkey, as he puts it. Cooler transforms into his version of the golden form and fights Goku, which puts Goku on the back foot until he uses Kaioken and he beats Cooler. I'm gonna make this quick. We're gonna go through the Moro arc really quickly because this is one of the longest arcs in Dragon Ball Super, and I don't want to cover it for like 7 hours. Moro escapes from Galactic Patrol prison and looks for Namek to get the Dragon Balls to wish for his powers back, as well as for his... Goku and Vegeta show up to fight Moro and stop him from getting the Dragon Balls in order to get his power back. So Goku goes into his Super Saiyan Dragon God, and Vegeta goes into Super Saiyan Blue. They fight Moro for a while until he absorbs some of their energy, but Goku gets his energy back using Spirit Vision. Goku also gets something else, which is a soul, which boosts his form up to Celestial Dragon God, and he fights Moro and beats him and kills him. How powerful is Goku's final form? I'm going to say it's 50% of Whis' full power. And also, we're not going into the Granola saga, because if even Granola wishes on the Dragon Balls, he's gonna die instantly from old age. Now we're at the end of Z. Since we're not doing the Granola Saga or the Black Frieza Saga, since Frieza was never revived, it just goes as normal. Goku goes to the tournament, finds Zoob, fights him, and then goes off with him. I hope you guys loved the video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm sorry it took so long, and here's the outro.